Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Power of Community with the real Jesus Ortiz, man. I'm just excited to have my boy here. What's up, boy?
Up, bro? Finally, bro.
Finally, right?
I've been waiting all semester for this.
Mr. Trejo in the house. And hey, can you believe this is second episode?
Yeah.
Because my first episode was just solo, just kind of explaining
man.
what
this
is going to be. So you're the first guest in the show. So this is fantastic, right?
Yeah, I've been asking you for a while, man. But I know y'all busy. Your business taking off.
Yes.
I'm just glad I'm here.
Yeah, but in my mindset, I was like, now a lot of people are asking me, and I'm like, no, but Trejo asked me first, and then somebody else. So I'm gonna be legit to the people that asked me first.
Yeah.
I don't want to be skipping, even though you might have a lot of followers. I'm like, nah, they asked me first, and we put them in first.
Integrity.
And we wanted to talk about this, man. We've been.
Bro, how much has happened since I last been here?
A lot.
And
bro. And fast.
Nanofluids. Wait till you hear about this, bro.
Nanofluids.
Nanofluids, programmable nanofluids. My buddy just sent it.
And why haven't the sun come out right now then? It's been 3 days.
It's cloudy.
You notice that?
It's been cloudy this whole time, bro.
Yeah, right.
There's this slight haze for the past year. It's just haze everywhere.
Just haze. And it's windy too.
It's windy. It's nuts, bro. What is going on?
What is going on with this world, dude?
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean,
don't know, man. Some prophecies seem to be coming true, which I was not one to believe in any of this stuff. But then it's like, I know they do. And the people that moved and shaped the world, they actually, look, I'm going to start with this one.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Let's go, guys. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Let's get right into the money. Right here, we got God is my CEO.
Astrology. Remember Walter Mercado?
Oh,
that
yes,
guy?
indeed.
What happened to that guy, right?
Oh, is he alive?
I don't know. Maybe. Depends how many vials of adrenochrome he's consuming on a day-to-day basis. Sorry. But, like astrology, I never took it serious. And I still kind of don't. But it's like, just because someone's a Taurus, they're gonna act like an asshole. Can I cuss on you?
Yeah, you're good.
Like they're gonna act like an asshole, right? And that's not true, man. That's too many people, right? To all be assholes if you're born on that particular date. But I think what they do, they speak in symbolism, and you know this, the symbolism, but we just don't know how to read it. So the powers that be and the people in Hollywood, music, the news, military, all these governments, I think they're all part of this giant club, right? Which some of that can be proven. The hand signals, the rings.
Yes.
You know how
when they shake and they put the finger?
They chill like this, or they do different symbols like that.
Like what I'm doing right now?
This one, they look at that French president. He throws this one up, whatever that is. I've seen it. Oh, yeah, or they cover one eye, or they do. What is all that? What is that? Right? It's obviously something because they do it, right? So it's not like a conspiracy theorist.
We got to change the name.
Look at that. We're changing the name. Like conspiracy fact checkers. That's what we are now. Conspiracy fact checkers. We'll use that against them, right? But I was looking at certain dates, like the stock market crash. When did that happen? Can we type that up? You don't have like a computer?
Hey, that's smart. That's gonna be for next time.
Check it on.
Yeah.
So
he
like
can check on the phone.
Like the biggest of 1920. When did the stock market crash happen?
1929.
What date? The 22nd or 23rd of something?
Like the first big...
1920s. We said 1929 because the Roaring 20s and then the Great Depression happened.
Oh, you're talking about the Great Depression?
Or the biggest stock market crash?
The Great Depression, 1929.
What date? I might be wrong on this, but we'll see. Because the 22nd and 23rd, that's when like the symbols change.
It doesn't give me like a day.
No.
Well, it says... October 29, 1929.
October 29th. Okay, yeah, then I might be wrong.
Huh.
So the 22nd, 23rd is when a new one comes in, right?
Huh.
And if I'm not mistaken, like the war in Iraq happened during Aries, and Aries is a ram, and that means attack.
Attack.
Yeah, I think Mars is in the sky, and they've always, in Greek times, they attributed Mars to like war, the god of war. And so why did they start the war in Iraq on that date? And then Afghanistan came after that. Why did it start on that date? Very weird, right?
That's
not
true.
that it happened. It's that they choose these dates, right? And the last big one I looked at was the Lahaina, Maui wildfires.
Oh, yes.
So what date did that happen? If you remember, little test, y'all. You tell me the date. It's gonna blow your mind, right?
And you did tell me, but I totally forgot about it.
It was weird. So, August 8th, which is 8/8, right? So August 8th, I'm like, oh, that's a weird date. 8/8. So I typed in August 8th astrology. Let's see what happens. There's a name for it. It's called the Lionsgate Portal. The hell's the Lionsgate Portal, right? So I look into it, and it's like you're supposed to manifest what you want for the rest of the year. So it was fire and destruction. So if someone set those fires and made all that happen and put it on the news, obviously, there's stuff that happens and never makes it to the news, right? But they're showing it.
They're
so
showing
it manifests. 8/8, Lionsgate Portal, fire symbol, fire happens. And now look at the rest. War in Ukraine, war over there in Palestine. All this war stuff's happening. It's like, those bastards. I think they use these certain dates, and now that you can kind of see a pattern, you can predict what's going to happen.
What's going to happen
if you
next.
look at these dates. And I'm not saying I believe in astrology, but I just find it very peculiar how they choose these dates and these symbols, and then things happen. You know, maybe I should like document every single thing in the past 10 years and see like, hey, look. And then
So
I don't know if you can predict
what dates do you have in mind that kind of correlate or bundle
So you
up?
can look at dates of wars, when they officially start, when they officially end. Oh, sorry, man. Yeah. Or stock market crashes, or bull runs, bear markets, anything to do with economy or the war. Just check the dates, and then maybe you'll see a pattern. You know what I'm saying? And they all like kind of go with whatever symbols in the sky, which I don't know.
What about the stars? You think they're real?
Oh man, the stars, bro. I've been seeing
I
like
mean,
ideas that like we're in this firmament.
yes,
there's a dome.
we're in the dome
It says it in the
firmament.
Bible.
It says he does. And even the
Says it-
Disney guy, when he dies on his...
Oh, it's on there too.
It's on his
tombstone.
on his
Why would he
tombstone.
say that? They're not like Germans aren't legendary for their sense of humor.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You
And
think
Disney
Nazis
goes like
were
this.
like big jokers about it? Oh, Disney goes like that,
Yeah,
right? And then the
yeah.
little top is peeking through.
Yep.
Elon Musk's rocket ship trying to
Trying to
pierce
get
through
the...
it.
even, what's her name? The president that used to be Hillary Clinton. And if you go back and
seen
see
that
some of the of her speaks, she's like, "Oh, we're almost gonna get the
glass ceiling?
the glass
Oh,
ceiling." Like,
yeah.
but you have to pay attention to
You
it.
have to pay attention, bro.
And
'cause
people,
they're speaking through
people.
symbols.
But do you know what she's really talking about? What glass ceiling?
Why glass, bro?
Like, what did they know that we don't know?
Yeah, but they're telling you this.
They're telling you.
They have to tell you. That's the other theory, that like Satanists or evil people, they have to tell you what they're doing. That way they're not guilty of it.
They're not guilty of it.
That way, I think that Andrew Tate guy had an example about if I have a fruit stand, I think y'all have heard this before, and he sells you apples, but if I poison that apple and I give it to you and you eat it, I killed you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they're all poisoned, there's a sign that says poisoned apples, you know they're poisoned, and you eat it, you committed suicide.
You committed
So
suicide.
I'm not guilty. So they're telling you this, and then you let it happen.
You let it
I
happen.
think that's their rules.
And
Maybe.
it's facts, because when you buy food or you buy these the things about when you go exercise, because I was like, my brother started buying his little things, my other brother, and then I started reading what he had in there, and he says right there, made in California, but this can cause you cancer.
I saw that, bro.
And he's telling you,
It's
I
telling
forgot
you
to tell him,
Well, then get cancer. We told you.
but it says right there.
Yep. Hey, In-N-Out had that sign. You seen it? In California, they legally have to put a sign on the front doors that says our food causes cancer.
Holy crap.
Yeah, check it out. But you know how they get around it? It's a clear sign, and the letters are see-through. You really have to go and look at it, and
To
it'll tell
see.
you, consuming the food here, I think it's the oils that they fry the fries in, will give you cancer.
That's
Not might,
crazy.
will.
They will give
And
you
they're
cancer.
telling you, you're still eating it. So whose fault is it now? Can you really sue them? The sign's there.
You don't.
Now you can't. Now you got cancer.
Even alcohol
saying?
and cigarettes, same thing?
Oh
or-
yeah, they tell you that too. That in Vietnam, when I went out there, you should see the labels on the cigarettes, bro. They put pictures, and the pictures is just as big as the Marlboro logo. So like, you know how you have the Marlboro logo, the sign the Surgeon General's wearing, on the back they put a picture of a dude's throat all like red and disgusting.
Holy crap.
They show a picture of some dude's teeth all like his cheek missing. It shows you pictures of cancer, bro. And that's supposed to discourage you. And here you just got a label. You seen the one about like cigarettes are pyramids.
Huh? No.
What, bro? That'll blow your mind. Look this one up.
I gotta look.
So
at that one.
Marlboro, the logo, it's like a M, right?
Yep.
But they're in the middle. There's red, and that's a pyramid. You look at Camel cigarettes. There's always a pyramid.
That is true. It's a
there.
camel in the pyramid.
And a
That is
lot.
true.
What is the other one? Newports.
Newports, yes.
Almost all bunch of cigarettes have pyramids on them, and maybe that pyramid. You know how they used to sacrifice people in like the Aztec days.
They did.
Maybe you're still sacrificing yourself by smoking and killing yourself.
And yourself.
They just kind of
moved it
yeah.
around.
But the word and the imagery is still there. So
It's
maybe
like
they're not cutting your heads.
It's like
and rolling them up.
slavery, you know. Pretty much it's still going on.
Yeah,
But
they just changed the
just
brand.
changed
right?
the brand. I mean,
Oh,
you're
we're
working
totally
20 hours,
slaves.
you're working this. And
Pieces of paper. That's what we dedicate our time to.
it's fake, dude. It's
fake.
fugazi.
They could print more.
And they're keeping on printing it more.
And you're right.
And they just right now they passed another $95 billion to give it to Ukraine, and people are like, oh yeah, like what about here?
Yeah, what about us?
What about us? Like, why is that money going over
Well,
there?
the road's all fucked up. You seen these potholes out here? How about fixing our stuff?
Yeah.
But they can print more money.
print
Why
that.
don't you print more money to fix that? Why are you taxing us? Just print more money.
That's
You see
another
what I'm
thing,
saying?
dude. That
So
people need to wake
is-
up on that stuff as well.
They can. It is slavery because I'm working for something that you can just magically make more of. You don't even got to print money. There's just digital numbers on a screen now.
They pay you a
That's
check.
some-
They already took half of your money, and they tax you on it.
Oh, see.
Hey, and then look, this is something that I was thinking about last time. I was like, they already took it, taxed it, and then the people like us, Hispanic, they go cash the check at a store.
Oh, yeah.
There's
It's
that
another
store got to
tax.
tax you again and take you that 1%.
Yep.
I'm like, and then you work like 18, 20 hours, and you don't see like you. That's
What about
slavery.
debit cards? There's another tax on that.
Oh, on debit card when you go cut your hair
merchant
too.
services
Merchant
fees.
services fees.
Cash App, Venmo, there's a fee. So like,
It's tax after tax
bam,
after
bam.
tax,
Just
and
losing.
and when you look at the value, when they said, "Oh, we're not taxing you," they actually tax you 46 to 50% out of your money.
yeah, when you add it all up.
You added, and it's and it's like, what the fuck, 50%? What about my money? What about my hard work and all this stuff? They don't care. They don't care about
bro.
you.
Just keep the machine going.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, like the currency, you grew up in Mexico, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Mexico.
So I think it was 94 and 95. Now, listen to this because this always stuck with me. We used to go every summer to Mexico, and my mom would give us $20, which was a lot back then in the 90s. That's a lot. That's
20
all
pesos?
summer. Yeah. Well, $20 gets you a lot of pesos, right?
Oh yes.
So, you buy chips, snack, cohetes, just,
You
know,
fill your
hang with your
tank of the
cousin.
gas car.
Yeah, dude. And so I think they had a currency changeover. They went from the peso to the nuevo peso.
Oh,
don't know
I
if you
remember that. Yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
not
And then
many
they
people
changed
remember
it.
that because we're too young. But I went back one summer and me sobró dinero. So I'm like, I'll just bring it back next year and just buy what I buy, right? So when I try to pay for something, they're like, hey, mijo, ya estos ya no valen.
I
And I'm
remember
like,
that.
oh, you mean son pesos? What do
Son
you mean?
pesos.
No, ya son diferentes. Ve a hablar con tu mamá. So I'm like, all right, cool. Went home. So, Ma, dice que, oh, sí, cambiaron el peso. Which is like, okay, I guess. As a kid, you don't know what that
You don't
is.
know.
So I got a 20 and then converted them. Like, oh, they look a little different. Oh, a little Aztec calendar. How cool, right?
Yeah.
To get your mind off
They had
that.
like
So-
Benito Juarez, some of the.
yeah, bro. So what they did, I look back at it, they just changed the color from like blue to slight green. They kept the same figures on there, the same
true.
Benito
Juarez
Juarez,
and all of the other
all these
ones.
other presidents, right? Because imagine if they went from blue to red or yellow and they changed it to not the nuevo peso, that lessens the blow, right? They changed it to something else like a lira. What's going on here? Hey, get all your money out the bank. Everyone would
Right,
panic.
right.
So they changed it to nuevo peso. Ah, son nuevos, mira. Hay calendario azteca, son nuevos, mijo. No es nada anda pasando aquí. When really, my grandpa worked his whole life, saved up his money, and then when you change it over to the nuevo peso, they give you half, dog.
Yep.
Half. They just rob you for half.
For half.
Or you lose it all.
Or you lose
porque
it
ya
all.
no va a valer.
Ya no vale.
So that's the way they do it with a currency changeover to rob you of half your money, which is half your life. Because you worked 40, 50 years, they just stole 25 years from you and gave you a shiny new peso with the Aztec calendar. Look how
and they
cool
hype it up.
is. And they hype it up. So the tactic that they did there, number one, the name, they kept it very similar. The figures and the colors, they kept it very similar. But you're going from paper, something physical, to another physical thing, right? I think America when they go from the dollar, you know what they're going to go to? Digital dollar.
Yeah.
So, they're just digital dollar, like the name. It's the same trick.
It's the same,
But
yeah.
it's a whole new currency, bro. And you can't tell because you can't hold it no more. It's all on the screen. So when they tell you they're going to a digital dollar, it's not the dollar's going digital. It's a whole new currency, and they take off a zero. So you're probably better off buying things like a house or I don't know, metal, or just get items and things of value, and then just wait, because when it changes over, those are still going to be worth whatever the new currency is, because currencies, it ain't real, right?
It ain't real, no.
Real items, food, seeds, and fuel, I don't know, generators. Maybe you stack up a bunch of toilet paper like people always do,
Remember
right?
that?
Beans, rice, those will still be worth whatever they say it is. But I think that's what's going to happen in order to solve this inflation thing, because there's not enough quantitative easing to burn off all like this shit we've created.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to implement a currency changeover. No one's going to know what it is if you're not from Mexico. Salvador did it, but they went from colones to dollars.
To dollars, yeah, that's
Remember
true.
that?
Yep.
And so they felt safe about that because people believed in the dollar at the time. They didn't panic. But what if you went to some other shitty currency? Everyone would go like, oh no. And then a bank run happens and a collapse happens. So I think be prepared. But when they tell you it's going to a different currency, they actually mean a whole different currency.
And whole different
just
currency.
names.
It's digital.
So learn from Mexico, y'all.
No, you know how what I've been listening to other people that they've been asking me. You know that who's the next superpower, and they're buying you with China, but not truly. I think that the next superpower can be Mexico.
I
just
honestly believe that.
I
bro.
just looked into that a couple of days ago, and I was like, man, it's like they always play the cards, and I'm looking over here. It's like, holy crap, Mexico right now, it's doing a lot of changes, a lot of good things. I know it sucks that they're not paying their people right, and it sucks that the system that
They're
it's
corrupt, bro.
corrupt. But
We're corrupt too.
the other way, yeah, we are corrupt, dude. And it's funny that I'm like seeing a lot of Americans moving over there, a lot of people buying land over there,
Yeah, they are.
little acres, and they're turning it out to be to their own house. And now they're like just getting their dollars over there and just living out of $3,000, and you can live your
Love it,
life.
man. And the people are awesome.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Real friendly, very community oriented. It's
Yeah.
awesome over there.
But it used to not be like this. United States is
Right.
the land of opportunity, the land of
they said.
credit. That's what they said, and it used to be a part where that used to be kind of true.
Yeah.
If you just in the mindset of it, but now they just, I mean, everything that is going on is like they're confusing you. They're kind of telling you this and everybody about the China and Putin and everything.
Yeah.
But the real thing that they truly want to go is like this way. But everybody's set to this. Like the digital and the collapse is coming.
It's coming.
It's really coming. Like right now, I don't even know like what's gonna happen here to November. A lot of crazy things are happening. I mean,
Depends who's the president.
and in the spiritual warfare, I mean, the eclipse and all of these things that happen right now. I
Yeah.
mean, we were talking about it when we were sitting down there. Like that's even a higher frequency. Because you even saw those videos that you saw those black things coming in there. What was that? That was
What was
demons,
that?
dude.
Was that like we're beaming some kind of shadow thing, a different type of energy?
It was black.
I know it was black, right? So what if they can throw black light? I've never seen black
Dude,
light.
and the moon was over here.
Yeah.
What
was
covered the
that?
sun?
And people saw it. You saw the
They saw
reaction
it.
though? They're
Yes.
like, haha, what was that?
What was that? And then
instead
they
of
look-
going, oh, that means they desensitize us so much. They're like, huh, you saw that?
Yeah, I showed it to my mom.
Dude, we would have panicked in 1992. Oh, what was that? But they
Now-
consistently filled our
No.
brains and showed us this stuff. Now it's like, yeah, I guess whatever.
They're
I gotta-
crying and
Yeah, it's
this.
crazy, bro.
It was a different sense of energy when that happened. I guess that at that time it could have been that portals were opening, another
Could've been,
numbers,
bro.
and us as humans, we are built of energy. If you notice, God is energy, we are energy. So
We
what
are.
they need from us, our energy to actually make that happen.
Yeah.
To make those portals, to make that happen.
That's
So when-
why they show us all this stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, notice all news and music, it's all negative.
all negative.
Every
All
last
negative.
news thing, like what happens if you just showed positive stuff? I remember watching some news report of Canada's news. Canada's wild now, bro. It's not the same. It's like
Holy
straight
crap.
communist, bro.
Whoa.
Like you speak out against, they throw you in jail.
Damn.
It's insane. You didn't see the whole vaccination thing with the truckers?
I remember that.
That's insane. I never expected that coming from Canada because they're all friendly, but then they show their true colors, man. But Canada used to show nothing but good things on the news, from what I remember. I saw like, what's his name, Robert Moore, that fat dude with the glasses, liberal guy. But he made a documentary of why Canada's different from Detroit, just across the water. That's it.
Yeah.
But the news was good. They just showed positive things, and people were happy. Then you cross the border, it's just like guns, murder, all kinds of crazy. Because we're crazy.
We're
the salvajes.
We're the
You know what I'm
salvajes.
saying? But and what kind of energy does that create in society? And then we're all putting that out.
We're all putting that out.
And then the insurance bill comes, and the light bills double, water bill triple. We'll bring it down, but only
They don't.
0.5%.
They don't.
You know what I mean?
It's not gonna happen.
They're creating this consistent.
And
like,
and the question is,
negative thought. Why?
and like this is the crazy things, man. You know how we talk about flat Earth? This is getting crazy right here. Flat Earth and the round Earth. I was
I
sitting
love
down, and I was like, what happened if truthfully they want us to talk about it? They want us to talk about the flat Earth and the circle, the round. But truthfully, there's no flat Earth. There's no
Maybe not.
circle. Maybe we just live in a simulation.
Who's showing you this though, right? I've learned it on TikTok, right? It's in the Bible.
It tells you in the Bible.
Mayans, it's in the Egyptian
They
thing.
tell you.
It's everywhere. I think the only ones that think it's round is like modern Europeans, and then they push that on everybody, right?
Yeah.
So most of this I see on TikTok. TikTok's Chinese owned. I'm playing with this idea that, you know how China, like they said, TikTok is taking all your information, which it is.
Oh,
So
yeah.
is Facebook.
Says
So is
Facebook, Instagram. Yeah.
iPhone,
All of them.
all of them are doing it, but they're the bad guy, right? So what if they're showing us all this information? If it's fake, then they're brainwashing us to destabilize our country, which is genius because they don't show their own people that.
They don't. They don't.
You've seen that,
I've
right?
seen that,
They only
yeah.
show them team working and
Yes,
positive things.
good
they
things.
show us all the trash, right? To demoralize and destabilize us. Or are they showing us the truth to also destabilize us? It doesn't matter what. Their goal is to destabilize, right? To make us weaker. So we challenge our own government. We challenge our own thought processes. At the same time, the truth could also do that.
Yeah.
And it would still cause chaos. So no matter what, maybe they're just causing chaos. But I'll take the truth.
I want to
If
take
that's
the truth.
I'll
dude.
take it, man. Whether it's coming from him
And
or
why?
him.
My other question is when I sit down, I was like, why are we letting all this shit happen? Like, why are we letting all these governments
weird.
when we the people, the Constitution said we the people, not we the government.
Right.
We put them in place. We put everybody in place.
Isn't that something?
So why are we afraid of them when we are the ones that run this? Not them. They're a smaller
Way
portion
smaller.
of it.
Right.
There might be only 13 families that run the shit.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or whoever is on top. We're never gonna know who they are. We just know the names of the Rothschilds and this and that.
Yeah.
But there's even powerful
Even
families
more,
out like
because
that.
you wouldn't know the names.
And we don't know the names.
So it's interesting because we have guns and we don't do nothing.
We don't do nothing about it.
So
Why?
I remember, I think there was this maybe 5-6 years ago in Brazil. They raised the bus fare a nickel. They
Holy
burnt
crap.
the whole country down, bro. They rioted because the bus fare, like to pay for.
Oh, yeah, that's
it
true.
went up a nickel, and they rioted. They do it so dirty here, and we have guns, and we don't do
We don't do
nothing.
anything. We
Why?
don't do anything.
Is it in what they're spraying in the air? Is it what they're putting in the water? It's something.
did you see
because we're
about-
pretty pacified.
The pollen thing that has happened, that right now the pollen is high.
Pollen? Oh,
pollen,
no,
yeah,
no, I
that-
haven't
that-
seen that. It
The video is
though.
not there anymore, but I don't know who put it.
Oh,
but
snap.
it was magnetic. They put a magnetic thing on the car, and it just stuck to it. And I was trying to look for the video again.
What?
They took it out. It was one person
Man,
put
that's
that.
crazy.
I was
But
like,
maybe pollen could be
Man-made,
magnetic
too.
because it could pick up charges from the ether.
It can be man-made.
There's particles and neutrinos everywhere, right? I read why the pollen is so bad in the United States. There's a documentary called Pollenpocalypse, right? Why there's so much pollen in Georgia, bro? Oh, bro, it's like thick, like
Holy crap.
snow. It's really bad. You come outside, you're like, what? It's all green. So what happened is they planted nothing but male trees because they didn't want female trees. They produce fruit and nuts and stuff.
Huh.
They said they didn't want to clean up, right? Or maybe they just didn't want you eating for free. I don't know. But they planted nothing but male trees, or only they cut down the female trees and left only the male trees. So now all you have is males just throwing pollen everywhere from 200 years ago. All these oak trees and everything that's out there is just pollen, bro. Like just everywhere because there's not enough female trees, and they did that. So now I'm thinking, wait, was that on purpose? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yep,
around
yep.
that time. Who knows? They
Who
were already
knows,
knocking
man.
down like, you seen that free energy buildings from the 1800s and before?
They have those little things that, and there's still
That
some,
wild.
dude.
There's still some.
They said that when you go to Washington and the Masons and all of them, those
Yeah.
buildings, they just make them look like they're new.
Yeah.
But those things are still there.
They're still there, bro. They took a capacitor down, but you seen the Great
Tesla.
Fires theory?
Oh, we went
The
and did
Great
it.
Fires?
You told me about it, and I actually researched
Bro,
it.
it's
You gave me the
insane
dates, and I
for-
saw all of the Chicago fires, and then it was the
Yeah.
Australian fire,
Like back to back.
and now it's kind of happening again because it's Hawaii, and then
Yeah.
what was it? Then it
Chile.
was California,
Oh,
Chile,
California, Seattle.
then a little bit on Costa Rica.
Yep.
So it's like happening, like everything is
It's a
happening
reset.
all over the
It's a
Great
reset.
Reset.
And then the currency
But they haven't found a way how to do it. They're doing it, but it's not working. Because, I mean, the powers of B, I mean, I guess the energy, God, the angels, I mean, you know the fallen angels, you know the 200, you know?
I saw the craters.
The 200, that was the fallen
Or
angels.
in the pyramid. Which one are you talking about?
That pyramid at the 200, they have a
Okay,
200.
but and there's also 200 craters around the
Yeah,
Earth.
yeah, and those are the 200 fallen angels that came in.
bro.
And people telling you, oh, the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And it was I'm like, no, man. It's like, even the Vatican knows it, man. The Vatican
they-
has all these crap in there, man. And
Who
they
are
know
those
it.
people? That's the Roman Empire, bro. They're still around.
Oh, hey, make sure you have the
Oh,
mic. Oh,
sorry.
Thank you. You go ahead.
Yeah,
Good?
I
Got it.
think that
It's
one
crazy,
where
right?
the Roman Empire went from a country to a church, and then they just control everything. Another one, dude. So I was talking to this one guy on TikTok. I think Ricardo. Big shout outs to Ricardo, man. Great channel. He's like I would say historian. He's a teacher, but he teaches a lot of native Mexico stuff. And I was like, yeah, man, talking about the flag. You know the story where the Aztecs built a city on a lake where they saw an eagle killing a snake on top
Oh,
of
yeah,
that
yeah.
story. And then he tells me, well, he corrected me, and this makes more sense. If the snake was a god to the Aztec, like Kulkulkan was a feathered serpent, that was their god.
That was their God.
Why would they put their god being killed by an eagle on their flag? That makes no sense. And I'm like, bro, that doesn't make any sense.
make
Then
no
why
sense.
is the flag red, white, and green, just like the Italian flag, with the eagle on it? You know, the old flag in Roman, wasn't there an eagle? The Roman eagle? Then it changed to the red, white, and green. That's Italy. And
That's
now they have.
true.
So the Mexican flag could be the Roman Empire flag too. Vatican's strong out there, bro.
Very
Think about it.
strong.
Why would they have their god being killed on a flag? What? That wasn't them.
And if you see
the
the Pope,
Romans.
like the cross and the stuff he has,
Bro,
it's upside
all
down.
that. What? It's upside down.
It's
I didn't see
upside
that.
down. We're
I know
gonna
he
see
has a
that shit.
hexagram on the
Oh, he
side.
does have that
And you
stuff.
seen like the mitre has like the fish.
Yes, yeah.
Damn, that one's wild, like old Sumerian.
And
thing.
then the big thing they have in the Vatican, it looks like Jesus is in the
Man, that
woods.
looks
So that's evil,
bro.
man.
That looks evil.
And people think it's
I
cool.
The,
It's art.
The building and like the whole grounds is shaped like a snake, bro. What if remember not Thundercats
That's
or was
good.
it
That's a good cartoon, though.
the bad guys were they were like snakes. It's an old 80s logo. I forgot what cartoon it was. But yeah, they were always like the snakes.
That's
They're
crazy,
just the
right?
bad guys. Yeah, bro.
It's so many things.
That
dude.
gets into reptilians, but I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
yet.
I mean,
I'm still
neither. I
kinda,
mean, yeah. I
it's
mean, they're
like,
throwing it out there, but I just don't know if
Seems a
who's here
little far.
who's here first.
Oh no.
Oh, what was created here first? Like now, I'm like questioning myself. We believe in one God, but
Could there
what
be
happened?
more?
Multiple gods.
There could be.
It could be.
I don't know.
Because I mean, they just presented to us in the
can tell you
Bible,
it's one.
but a lot of people said we don't have the real Bible. We have the amendments Bible.
Yeah.
That some of the stuff, it helped
They
us. We
take it
read
out.
it, like you say, you're reading it and finding out spots
Yep.
that they want that for you to know that it's true. And then some parts are just they took the real
They take
things.
them out.
They take
it's
them
called
out.
the Apocrypha. I don't know if you heard of it. It's the books they took out of the Bible. And I just found out about this a little while ago, but people know about it. It's the books that they didn't think were fit to put in the Bible and why. So read them. One girl on TikTok was talking about like, after I read that, the whole Bible makes sense. Like the book of Enoch.
The Book of Enoch.
That one, that's like the, what do you call Anunnaki story.
Yeah, the
You know what I'm saying?
giants.
All the giants were there. So they were mixing different hybrids, all right? So we're human beings. There was Neanderthals. Then there's different humanoids, right? Different Homo sapiens. Not all Homo sapiens are humans. I don't know. You know that? So like, you know what Neanderthal is?
Yeah, when they were the
Okay.
monkeys and they were
Yeah,
trying
they're
to
like
develop.
big cavemen or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's not a human. it's a humanoid, meaning it's standing on 2 feet.
It's standing 2 feet.
Like
yeah.
a cheetah is not a lion. They're both felines, but they're not lions, right? They're different. So Neanderthals and humans, they're different. A horse and a donkey is different, but they can mate, and you get a mule, right?
You get a mule. Yeah.
So what if we are like that of a Neanderthal and a human, right? So I read an article about there was a tribe in Africa deep in there. They DNA tested them. They're 100% human. And we all have a little bit of Neanderthal in us, man.
Shit.
So
man.
we are mixed, and maybe whatever we are killed everything off. But that would say that the original human is from Africa. And maybe up in the Nordic, just because they had 2
knows?
legs and arms, different species.
Different
bro.
species.
Species. They tell us we're human, but what if we're mixed?
That now you're getting into what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
How
man.
people about the aliens and they believe about the aliens and what is it? Are they real? And I mean, it's the same thing. They're feeding you lies, or they're feeding you to believe that's. But who knows? I mean, we do the research and we do know, but who knows if they're truly demons?
Hey.
Or who knows if they're on the other side of Antarctica? What about the sign of Antarctica? Nobody can go over there. Why?
Nobody can.
What's out there that why can we not know? We're humans.
No. Well, see, what if the trickery is?
Yes.
You want to put the mic?
Oh, sorry. Okay, there it is. Oh yeah, that way I can lean in.
Me too.
Okay.
No. Okay.
It's because I lean in too much.
Got
so
it. You good?
What if the greatest trickery is that we're looking for aliens out there?
And they're already here.
We're the aliens, right? It's us. We're the hybrid clones. And so, like say in the Bible, they were mixing and DNA from here and here, and it just got out of hand. And God said, "Hey, wash all that shit out. Build a ark. I'm gonna wash everything out." The Nephilim giants, they were eating people, and
Yeah.
so here's the crazy one. You gotta look this up. You ever looked up cheetahs?
Cheetahs, no.
Like-
No.
It's insane. A cheetah's a dog. It's not a cat. It's a dog with a cat head. Now, like, think about this, bro. Maybe they left that cheetah alive to say, hey, we did mix things together, right? So you see a cat, right? When
Yeah,
you see a cheetah,
yeah.
think about it. The legs are nothing like a cat. It's a dog. Just cover the head and look at the body. It's a freaking greyhound. It's a dog. All cats have retractable claws, right?
That's true.
And so you ever seen a cat's paw? They're like these round things, and they're more spread out. And dogs are more like this because they run. A cheetah's paw looks nothing like a cat, and the claws don't go back in. It looks exactly like a dog, and they bark.
And they bark.
And they bark. So what if they came from a time where they were mixing different species of things together, and they survived the flood because Noah put them on that ark and didn't really know or something. But look into cheetahs, bro. Everyone out there, just look into it. It's insane. They are dogs with cat heads.
I heard about that stuff.
Nuts, bro.
But you mentioned a good thing.
And if that's the case,
yeah.
maybe we're also still.
No, that's why when you said maybe we are the aliens.
Maybe
to
we
them.
are.
Maybe we're living in the land that
We survived.
we survived and
Yeah.
we were.
And everyone got washed out, and we survived.
And now a little bit. But the thing is, like, why didn't they come out? I mean, why do they got signed up with the governments? What is it that we cannot see or know more of the truth? Like, the signed deals and contracts that only the governments are there.
Right.
When you start looking at that, it's like, oh man, it's not a conspiracy. It's like something is out there.
Yeah, it is.
That
Or maybe they're telling us, but we don't know how to read it because it's
Yeah.
all through symbolism and stuff.
Yeah.
I think we'll find it, and by the time you and I are 80 or 90, if we get there, I think a lot more will come out because I mean, they're already accepting aliens. The government said they exist.
I mean,
But back
that's
then, when
that's
we
their
were
next
kids-
card that they wanna. I mean, they got the Project Bluebeam.
Oh yeah, bro.
So that's their
gonna be
next
wild.
card. So they
It
want to like
is.
bring Jesus and be like, that's Jesus and whatever. but
Dude,
it's
someone put a video of a hologram of like a guy floating there, and we're all like, "That's a hologram," but they're getting good. I think the rocket launches. There was one where a SpaceX rocket launched, and the top just disappeared.
Oh, I
and then
remember.
it
I
came
saw
back.
that. Yeah.
And then when someone looked at satellite imagery, and they saw like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
There's 4 of them. It's actually new hologram technology to show you, and it's all fake, bro. It's insane, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it
But
is.
who gave us that technology?
I don't know.
It
man.
has
Who
to be
did?
the
I mean, they're
that's-
keeping the technology from us for sure, but I mean, they can manipulate us now in real time. One on the screen too, like maybe we've looked at the screen so long. Like, how long has Facebook been around and cell phones with screens on them? Like 10, 15 years now? We've been doing this so much, we forgot to look up there. And then when you finally look up there, you think that's real. But if you've always been looking up at the sky, you're like, oh, that's fake. But now you're like, oh, that's real.
Like King
because
Kong?
we've been so focused right
You
here.
seen the movie King Kong when they have all that and then he throws the stick and it's the sky and everything is
No,
just fake.
man, I haven't seen it. Bro, you know, I need to watch more movies because all the information's
But
in
they're
there.
telling you like
Yeah,
right
they're
there,
telling you, bro.
like what's going
Oh, he
on.
threw it at the sky and it broke, right? You're talking about like if it was a giant screen, right? Like that Jim Carrey movie.
Oh yeah,
That King Kong you're talking about, he threw something.
yes, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're telling you, bro.
yeah,
There's a firmament out there.
yeah.
There's a
There
dome.
is a dome.
And when you ask me about stars, there's a video I'll send to you. I think it's called a neutrino. It's like a theory, but someone got a photo of it. It's like an energy particle, and this guy has a glass of water, and I don't know what he does with the electricity, but something sparks up. And it looks exactly like a star. And then you've seen the videos when you look at an actual star with a
Yeah,
telescope,
it's just
like water.
It's like water.
It's like
Yeah,
you're looking
you
through
can see the
something with
waves.
water. You seen the guy that puts like a mirror on a sheet of paper,
Yeah,
and it looks exactly like what you're looking out there. It's like
it's crazy,
man,
right?
that's
Because there's so
water,
many
bro.
ways that they say that
Experiments.
the real angels, you know how they look and stuff like that. The angel that has one big eye, that's what they're out there.
That's called Ezekiel's wheels. So I'll send you this link too. You got to see it. And this is what made me see the Bible a little different. And I'm still not religious, but I'm starting to kind of come around because
Yeah.
now I'm reading the Bible differently. Like they had machinery, they had lasers, power drills, they had radioactive generators. They had all this stuff, right? If you read the Bible with that mindset, it'll start to make kind of a little sense, right? So Ezekiel's wheels, it was something, a creature of 2 wings, 52 eyes,
52 eyes, yeah.
and 2 clawed feet, or hooves, right? One guy on YouTube built a machine, right? It has 2 wings, which is 2 long planks, 2 actual like cut out of plywood shaped like hooves, right? 52 eyes. It's not eyes; they're ball bearings, right? They just called them eyes, or maybe it was translated wrong. And what he does, he made this giant, like this size of this table, concrete block, put it on there, and he was able to move it. And then when he spun it around, it lifted this foot up. And then when he spun it around, it lifted this foot up. And he keeps doing it, and he walks that block by himself, man. So maybe it was a machine that was able to move blocks and heavy things.
Pyramid.
But see how we read it, it has wings and eyes, and nah, man. They just translated it wrong. It's machinery, bro. I'll
Yeah.
send you the link to it.
Yeah, I mean,
And the guy, I think one of his buddies, they found out how they were able to drag the stone blocks
yeah.
through these things called jet towers. You know what a snatch block is?
Snatch
It's
block.
a pulley. So, you know a pulley?
Yeah,
You
another
put a rope
pulley.
over it?
Yeah. And then
So
you just.
If I pull something, it's like say 100 pounds, and I'm 130, so it's very heavy. But if you go over this rope and this rope, you see how it goes over?
Yep.
Now I got 2 times the force.
Mm.
If you go up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Now I have 6 times the force. That's what snatch blocks does. But they're able to put these jet towers and wrap them around like a yo-yo, and then that's tied there to another one, and it comes back. Man, they're able to drag these blocks with ease. And he does it live. I'll send it to you,
Yeah,
man.
send it to me.
So it's not all like magic and lasers. Sometimes it's just like super like advanced engineering, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to see this. I'll put the links to him. He could
Yeah,
probably share it with
I can
y'all.
share this on the
It is-
links.
It is amazing, yeah. So with that stuff coming out, I think by the time you and I are 70 or 80, we're gonna see have a better understanding
Well, we're gonna
of
see.
what.
I think that from here in 2030, we're gonna see a lot. I mean, you already see they're ramping up the inflation. I think it just went up. I think the house market
Again?
and stuff. I think it's 8% now. And the food is. I mean, I look at the numbers when I go buy the groceries, and even my mom knows. It's like, didn't we came here? And she's like, and I tell her they just ramped up because.
Oh, man,
I'm
that's
like the
insane.
inflation. Now it won't be inflation. It's gonna be hyperinflation.
Yeah, it's coming, huh?
So the money is just now it
Okay.
lost a lot of the pound. I mean,
Unless I spent $20 on yogurt, creamer, some eggs. $20.
$20?
Bro, $20. So, and that goes back to the currency changeover. And
Yeah.
This is why all this Bitcoin and Ripple and all this stuff's coming out. What's been out, but this is why they're pushing so hard. So in order to stop that and keep us from panicking, they're going to currency changeover. Except you're going to want the currency changeover for lower prices, but now they got full control. of
you
the
don't want
spending
that.
Power.
You don't want the full
You
control.
don't want that, man. but they got us, and it's gonna happen. So what do you do?
It's funny that we're talking about this because somebody last time told me, "Oh yeah, they're trying to, teach us about credit and freaking they're 32 trillion in debt." And then you
oh yeah, you're gonna tell me.
You're gonna tell me that my credit is 549 and you fucking owe 32 trillion.
32 trillion. Where'd it go?
Where'd it
We
go?
don't know. Yeah,
We don't know.
The Pentagon lost. What was it? 9 trillion or something right before.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Where'd
all
it go?
of a sudden, it gets hit with a missile or something. Oh well, unfortunately, the missile hit the department where we had the filing cabinet where the information was. Yeah, right, dude. They did it again.
They did it
They
again.
just misplaced another 40 trillion. Where'd that go? Oh, look over there. There's Putin's attacking. Insane.
It's on the
and
pockets.
you might have seen this now twice.
Twice.
And we're still alive. I think that our grandparents might have seen it once, never to happen again. So they're like, oh, it was a one-time thing. But we've seen it twice. We're going to see it 3 times.
It's rapidly coming.
So change
dude.
it over. Yeah, it's insane.
It's like,
Well, they have to. It's a
and you
Ponzi
feel it,
scheme.
dude. Like even the energy, going back to the spiritual side, I mean, it's there. I mean, it's dimensions and stuff like that we can't comprehend.
I believe that.
But it's there because when I wake up sometimes, dude, I'm like, why am I this tired? Why my body feel like this? Why is it drained like this? Like you're still asking like you because you know yourself better than anybody else. Like we're made of energy, so what are these? Like you can feel it. Like when you go outside, like you feel some kind of like something that is trying to like coming in, configurize with our world, with the realm that we live in, that it's not supposed to happen.
You think that's natural, or they're doing it to us?
They're doing it.
They're doing
but
it,
because
right?
they want to find out.
They find out that it's real.
Or
and
the
now
voice.
They found out how to control it. Bro, you want to hear about something? All right, so these antenna that are out here, the 5G antennas.
Oh yeah.
So
that's true.
They all went up during the pandemic.
That's so true.
We were all indoors, and now they're just building them everywhere.
They're
When
building
you come
everywhere.
outside, hey, all right, we got 5G. Apparently, that technology, they can actually implement brain waves out here that resonate with your brain, and they can put thoughts in your brain, right? And so then I heard the story over in Palestine that 200 men all dreamt of Jesus on the same night. The first thing I thought was, it's those 5G towers, man. They put that out there. You know what I mean?
Or
did they all dream of Jesus?
did they all dream about
Right?
Jesus?
How interesting that 5G towers are everywhere, and it's discovered that they can put thoughts in your brain, and all of a sudden, 200 people have the same dream. Oh, they're telling you, bro. They put it on the news.
And then I was like, Jesus Christ too. I was like, could he be a demigod that was here? I mean, God put him in here because they were demigods at that time. When the Ark of Noah and I mean the giants, they were messing up with angels. Who knows, man? Like,
who knows? I
because-
think he had a daughter.
because now I was looking at when you do this, it says
It's a
right there,
upside down
it's a-
cross, bro.
yeah, that you're.
Yeah, it's
And it
short.
has the points, like the Chinese points, when they tell you that it's the upside
the
down.
chakra.
Yeah, and it's like you're not supposed to be doing that. I saw that 2 days ago.
Can you do it with both hands, or does it have to be one hand?
I don't
Can you
know.
cross yourself with the left hand?
I do not know. That's
I
that's
don't
a
know.
good
Maybe there's meaning
question.
to that. Everything has a meaning.
Everything has a meaning, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you
we
like,
do it.
we do it. I do it.
Why do we do it?
Why do we
Like,
do it? That's true.
Why do I do this? Because my parents told me. Why do they do it? Because
Somebody
them.
else told them. And it's it keeps on going through, generation to generation
Right. With no questions.
with no questions. Yeah.
Oh, you just do as you're told. Interesting.
It's like
who
school.
put that there?
Schools,
Oh, man.
what you
Terrible.
told. The hospitals, they look alike the school. The school look alike the prisons. So it was all built for
Systems.
systems.
Yeah, there's different systems and they're somewhat alike. And
But we do nothing about it.
yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, we know and we feel that something is wrong, and we go by it. Right now, who's gonna be the president? Oh, it's because Biden. Oh, the borders are open. I mean, terrorists are coming.
Yeah.
But why are we just seeing the news and sitting down and be like, oh, that's because we do that. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Why did that person did that?
Yeah, why?
Why? And we're like, okay, it's just another day.
I think we're one of the first to start, like our generation. It probably started with our parents, like the Vietnam War. They were really questioning it, but now more of us are asking why. That don't make sense.
That don't make
We're all
sense.
kind of having this little awakening because of internet and social media.
Yeah.
Imagine like 1920s and 30s. They didn't ask why.
They didn't ask
They
why.
were pretending to be 16, lying just to go to World War II. They were ready to go, and they didn't ask why it happened. They just heard something and went. And we're like, wait a minute, maybe we should look into this. And so that they're having a hard time. So they got to implement all these different strategies, put these systems in place, especially with schooling, just to get us to try to do what they say. But now we're asking questions, and they don't like that.
No, they don't like
and
that.
now we're learning their symbolism. They don't like
Their
that.
time is coming.
It is.
I
And
mean,
they're
look at all
panicking.
this
They're building
with
bunkers.
P. Diddy and all of this
that
stuff.
dude.
It's another card.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a distraction too, but it happens.
The
I think
boxing.
they have these things like, all right, we'll use P. Diddy when we need him.
we need them.
Hey, why are you sending 93 trillion to Ukraine? Hey, P. Diddy. You know what I mean? Put him on the
Something bad
news.
happened, and then another.
Yeah, something.
They wave your hand over here.
Yeah, you're not going. While they slap
And
you
since
with
we
this
like music and we're about the mindset, they're like, oh, what really happened? And now we're
cheese man, bro.
chisme.
Yeah.
And then over here, pocketing, and
It's
pocketing.
freaking insane. It's evil genius.
Evil genius.
Yeah,
That's
evil,
why when
but it's
people say the
genius.
system don't work, no, the system works for them.
Yeah, it does. It works
Not
exactly
for us. Like
how
they
it's
intended to
supposed
be.
Yeah,
but not
man.
for us. Because we can work so hard or try to do this and that, but for what? And they don't even do nothing hard. They can move little pieces here and there,
yeah, bro.
and there goes your $20 million,
Type it in there.
dude.
Hey, I'm running low on some money. Just give me 80 trillion. All right.
Let's print it. Let me print it
Yeah,
out.
I want that car, and they just give it to them.
me print it
They
out.
probably don't pay for nothing. They just like get them. Yeah, they're all probably agents, like all the important people. I seen one like, you seen Fidel Castro? You seen that one?
I saw somebody put that last time, the
Bro,
little
so-
pictures of how he was before. And
So Tupac and his mom were like FBI agents. Fidel Castro was an FBI agent. I got this video, man, and it reminds me.
you did
of-
send it to me.
I got to send it. You got to hear this one, man. So, you know Zelensky, the Ukrainian guy?
Yeah, they
He's a
told me.
puppet. We know it.
Yeah.
Right? They had their own elections, and then we come in and destabilize, and now he's there. But he was an actor, right?
He was an actor, yeah.
And he's there dancing and tiptoeing and shit. And then they made a movie about an actor that turns into a president, right? Just to test. People accepted it. It sold a lot of tickets. And all of a sudden, it really happens.
It
right?
really
Who
happened.
funded that? Because the Pentagon has a budget for Hollywood. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I don't know.
The Pentagon has a budget
For
for
Hollywood.
movies.
That's
yeah,
freaking-
here, there, everywhere, right? So all of a sudden that happens. I saw a video with Fidel Castro as an extra, and one of these Mambo scenes, he's got the shirt with the frilly stuff, and he's like this, and I'm like, bro, that looks just like Zelensky, right? And so all of a sudden they just put him in positions of power, like in communism. Somehow he wins, right? And then the whole thing about Tupac's mom, she got in trouble with the FBI. She ran down to Cuba, which they're both agents.
They're both agents.
Right. It's just really, really peculiar. And these coincidences, how like, why are they always tied to these agencies with 3 letters? You know what I mean? These alphabet agencies. Like, what are they doing? It's nuts,
CIA,
man. And then that's the same
FBI.
pattern. It's just over and over. And they'll do it again. Didn't Chris Rock make a movie about a black man being president? And then like 2 years later,
Oh,
Obama
that's
won.
true. Obama was.
Yeah.
He was what, the first
It's called
44?
predictive programming. I think he was in 2000.
Even Tupac in a song said, "We will see a black president." I don't know. It changes, and the song changes. He said that.
And then the whole thing of him not really dying and he's still alive.
Illuminati song, yeah.
Think about, wasn't he Machiavelli?
Machiavelli,
Machiavelli
yeah.
was famous for
Yeah,
faking
for breaking his own dead.
Yeah, ain't that something, bro?
Like sometimes it's like you wonder, like if you really truly pay attention to things really, and you like swap it out and be like, "Whoa, they're singing it in the air. They're telling me about it."
He told you.
But over here on this side, the government is not, they're gonna brainwash
They
you with
funded
other.
him, bro. I think I heard Charleston White saying that even all the pastors, like the famous black pastors, they're all FBI agents.
It's crazy.
They get into the communities because when the president comes in to a city, does he go to the city hall? No, he goes to the black church.
The black church.
And they're all FBI. Jesse Jackson, all of them. They're all informants. Or they work for him.
Man,
they're
that-
so rich.
that-
How
that
they
right
got so much
there,
power.
When
And
you
the
said,
real leaders, Malcolm X.
Yeah.
They took him out. Who planted that gun in there? You know what I'm saying? Like.
I
that's
think
what
that
he
can
was
be
saying.
for another
Very
episode
interesting.
about when you mentioned about when they go to the black and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, maybe we can talk a little bit just before the end about the Anunnaki, how that they were a racist, not racist, but they were black.
Yeah.
So
I believe it.
everything is been around like black. It's been there, like the power of it. And even you see, like, when there's a video out there when a black person went to the Vatican, man, the Pope was laying down and kissing his feet.
Yeah.
And I was
they're
like,
the real.
even my mom asked me, why is the Pope doing that? Isn't he had more
It's 'cause
power
he knows.
than this black person? Like, why? She asked me, I was like, and that's what I told her. See, there has to be.
That's the real Jew.
There we
Think
go.
about it. And the DNA test I told you about, 100% human. So they're the real people. They're the original humans. They're actually humans. We are a mix of Neanderthal and humans. So,
That's crazy.
and in the Bible, didn't it say that for breaking the covenant, they will forever be prosecuted?
Yeah.
Right? Who's the most prosecuted people on this planet all the time? Morenos, bro.
Morenos.
They always
You're
have a
right.
hard time.
They always
Who's
have
the
a hard time.
richest right now? The ones that claim to be Judaism, but I don't think they are. They're doing quite well. So
Quite
didn't
well.
the scripture said that they're always going to have the hardest time forever? And to me, in my eyes, like, yeah, man, they got it pretty hard. And then, like, why is that on the cross? Why does Jesus look Italian, bro? Looks like Da Vinci's cousin or something. But genetically, wouldn't he be a black guy?
Right.
And in
Isn't that
Russia, you
crazy?
seen how Putin in their church is? Jesus is black.
Oh, I seen that.
You seen that?
Yeah.
And he's always in Africa trying to fight off the West. Man, Putin too, bro. I kind of thought about it differently because one guy put this into perspective. Throughout their whole history, the West has always tried to invade Russia, right? I don't know if Alexander the Great did try to invade, try to take over. Napoleon tried to invade Russia.
Napoleon, yeah.
Hitler tried to invade Russia.
yeah. World War
Now
I, World War
NATO
II.
trying to invade Russia. So they're just defending themselves. If you think about it, not just recent, but for hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years, the West is always trying to invade. So it seems to me he's just defending himself. That's how I see it now, because I'm like, man, I never thought about that. I thought this guy was evil until I read the history.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, damn, propaganda, bro.
Propaganda.
They're pushing it on us. Oh, you got to see this one on Minsk, not the Minsk Accord. There's another law that they repealed. So during World War II, they passed a law that you cannot push propaganda on American citizens. Obama took that off. And then since that day in 2015, because the 2016 elections were coming, Trump jumped in, right?
Yeah.
Look how divisive, like the news, the talk shows, look how like extreme both sides are.
That's
That's
right.
real propaganda.
That's
because
right.
they took that law off. And now it seems like a free-for-all. Because you and I growing up, go back and look at a debate between like Reagan and some other guy, or George W. Bush Sr., and then the other guy. Look how they debate. They both sound somewhat similar. Now it's so extreme because it's propaganda.
On both sides,
And it's
too.
legal.
And it's
Look
legal.
it up. It's legal. Legalized propaganda. And this is why. And if you have a kid that grows up, they don't know about this. They're going to think that's normal. And they're going to act like this. And they are acting like this. You see it every day. They don't even listen. They just shout and like just scream at you.
That's
Both
crazy.
sides.
Both
It's
sides.
wild, bro. You
So-
and I know this.
Yeah.
Because we're older.
And before we finish right now, what do you think right now is going to happen? What are your opinions of who's going to be the next president, or what's going to
Trump.
happen?
Trump, if they don't take him out in a plane
Well, they're-
crash, because Boeing's planes, right? All the Boeings aren't doing so
Oh, you
well.
seen
They're
that
falling
shit?
apart, right? And then he dies in a plane crash. You know what I mean? But I think, because, man, I met a Honduran guy at a tire shop with his son. And we are just talking. He brings it up. Now, I mean, he goes, no, estaba mejor cuando estaba Trump. Quiero que gane Trump. And I'm like, badass, right? All of us are actually, I've seen people just turn. They're like, man, this sucks. Yeah, it was better when he was around. And I'm not saying he's the best.
No, he's
'Cause
not
I'm
the
a
best.
libertarian.
He's not the
like,
best.
at the moment, like, when Andrew Yang was running, the Asian guy,
Oh, yeah.
I would have voted for him.
I remember
'Cause
him.
he has ideas and solutions, not just the problems. All these politicians talk about problems. Where's
That's
the
it.
solutions?
There's
he
no
had
solutions.
RFK has solutions.
That's true. He got
Rand
killed.
Paul, all these libertarians, they run on both sides because that's what you got to do. But it's the ones that they never give them airtime. They just want puppets. And we all know it, but I think that's what's going to happen.
I believe it so too, that he's gonna win it, but I still believe that they're just selling the propaganda for both sides.
I think you're right.
But he's gonna win it, but people they don't know behind it. Trump is behind it too, man.
Man,
He
he's
knows
a
the
Mason.
sign. He's
Yeah,
amazing.
he's a total Mason,
He does
bro.
the signs and he does this and all that stuff. So he's in there already. I mean, his family's in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
His dad was
Man, he
in there
hanging
as
with
well.
Epstein's. They were cool too, bro.
All of that
People
stuff.
always like, no, he wasn't hanging. Look, they got photos together. They're all in the same
But
club.
the funny part is like how the psychology part of it that like we're fighting each other for no Biden, no it's Trump, no he hates Hispanics, no but this motherfucker open up the, I mean, and we're like it's like a movie. We're ¿cómo se llama? We're just sitting behind the seat and sitting like the circus happening in front of us.
That whole circus happened because they took the propaganda law off.
And us, we believe in on the circus, and we going by the circuits. Not everybody, because we're awakening to know like this is bullshit.
Yeah. How's that guy running the country? The guy can't even tie his own shoes.
And they are old.
Bro, think of a funny movie like Weekend at Bernie's, right?
Oh, shit.
You remember Weekend at Bernie's? Some dude's dead, and they're like partying with him, like, that guy. That'll never happen. Look at the president right now. This guy's not even there, and that's the president. It's like a bad movie.
It's a bad movie.
But it's reality. That guy's running the country. How? Then that leads you to the question: who's running the country?
Who's running it? He's not
like
running the
who are
country.
his people? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously it's not him. You seen the one that's Obama's third term? He's still like pulling the strings and stuff.
Yeah,
That's kind of interesting.
He
Maybe.
has come a lot and checked on him.
Yep.
So he
telling
has
them what to do.
He has.
Hey, Biden even said it. I'll just get sick or something. He said that. I'll send you the video. Man, all this stuff I'm saying, I've seen like.
Or
that.
the other thing that can happen before the election that somehow Biden dies, then that would change the whole thing.
How do you know he hasn't died yet? And that's a meat puppet. Like what you seen those masks?
Yo, you seen that? Like his nose and shit.
Yeah, you saw when he
and
scratched
the
and
ears.
it moved or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's an actor. He's an old Western actor, and they say it's him. But the guy, it's like, it goes back to contracts, like where they can own your image and likeness in perpetuity throughout the universe. You ever read that? So, like, say I make you sign a contract, a movie contract. You're an actor or singer, right? Selling your soul is like, I have the rights. Yo tengo los derechos para usar tu imagen, your work, all the music you made, your image, and your likeness. Meaning, I can put somebody in a meat suit that looks like you. And it's totally legal.
It's
I can
still illegal.
make money on it
Because
you signed that, right? So, let's
That's
say they
wrestling
do
right there.
kill you off.
Yeah.
They can still put somebody in a suit and make money on it
make
because
money.
you signed it.
You signed it.
It's wow. These music contracts that they give to actors and musicians, how do you know they don't do that to politicians?
Doing the same
Do
thing.
they sign a contract? Think about that. To the Democrat Party, the Republican Party, you got to sign this contract. What is this? Is this a music studio? No, but this is how it works. But, I'm willing to bet they do that, bro. And then, like, they can always replace the president with some guy in a suit, man, in a mask.
There's been videos around that
That's
stuff
wild,
too,
bro.
man.
Watch, because he looks different. You seen those?
Yeah.
The photos of him? He don't look the same.
No.
Well, he just aged. Yeah, but the earlobe shape doesn't change. Hey, before we go, man, here's one I'm going to leave you with.
Go ahead.
Jeffrey Epstein and Anthony Bourdain were stepbrothers.
Holy crap.
Think about it. Imagine the two in your head.
Damn.
Damn, right? And then when they wheeled the body out of the prison when Epstein died, they covered them. Why did they have it uncovered? And you look at the earlobes, you know how the shape of it, it didn't match, but it did match Bourdain's. And that dude died like a couple years before. I don't know, bro. Maybe he was going to speak out. Weren't they all going to make movies about the trafficking thing and then gone?
And
then
we
the
know,
guy gets to walk
and we know
free.
that shit exists, the trafficking thing.
It
We know that
does,
it's already
bro.
in front of us.
So,
I mean, just like I said yesterday at that event, even that lady that runs that event with the other guy, they know that. That's why she said, when I told her, I'm going to go over there to talk about conspiracy, and she said, you ain't talking about conspiracy, you're going to talk about the truth.
Yeah.
Because it's already in front.
it's right there.
I know it because I run this, and I know it because I went and tried to get help from the government, and they said that they can't help us.
Damn.
How the government is not going to help you to stop something that is worse than anything with the kids?
Because they profit off it.
And even the guy speaked out yesterday about it to the oil and gas people. And I was like, and I know some of them were not even paying attention because they know it.
They know it.
These motherfuckers
You
are
know what they are? They're vampires, bro. But not vampires with
Blade.
teeth. They use
all that blood for the kids.
bro. Some
That's-
dude
that's
just
gonna
came
be
out
for
on
the-
Carl.
for the next
what's his name?
episode.
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, yes.
You saw that guy. You saw how his face looked all young. He goes, I take the blood from my son. He donates it to me, huh?
Oh, I saw
You
that
saw
shit.
that? How young he looked?
He talked about it, and he
Yeah,
asked
all
him.
open.
Carol asked him.
Okay, so how you know this hasn't been going on for the longest? It obviously has. And I've never seen a blood bank lined up with kids trying to donate their blood. You ever seen that? I've never seen it.
No.
I've driven by the blood bank. It wasn't a whole line of kids outside. So where are they getting the supply? You can't grow it.
You can't.
What if they are growing it in some lab somewhere? The amount of missing kids, you've seen the numbers out there? Like
Oh,
100,000.
that's what I wanted to finish. Like, that's what I saw yesterday when we were talking about in the oil and gas, that that's what it's right now pushing out a lot with the kids. Like, there's a lot here in the United States.
Yep.
In Houston, there's a lot missing. A lot missing. And, like,
Yeah.
why?
You saw the Wayfair thing with the furniture, and they
All
were
of that
named
stuff.
the same name as someone that recently went missing. So like you'll have a furniture like a cabinet, and usually they're like, say $300, but this cabinet is named this name and it's $10,000. And at the same time, some girl went missing 2 weeks ago with the same name. So like, you haven't seen that one?
No.
That made me think about the milk cartons. What if the milk cartons weren't actual missing children? They're advertising.
Advertising for it.
Crazy.
But before
bro.
we go, bro, I want to you let the people know where they can find you, and just let something positive that you want to let the people know, that, hey, man, just be on the lookout, or prepare. It's not about just being prepared of money, but prepare here.
Yeah. Well, my name's Celso Trejo. You can find me on Facebook. Celso Trejo. And stay positive, because like the energy you give off, it manifests. And that's why they bombard you with negativity in your music and movies and news. And your job is to reverse it and stay positive, and then pass that on, because your positivity it's catchy. It's like, it's addictive. Are you positive? People want to come to you. When you're negative, people go from you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So stay positive and push that energy out, because you can change one by one.
One by one.
It's like a ripple effect.
Ripple effect.
But yeah, follow me on Facebook, y'all.
Yeah, hey, man, and thank you for being in the power of the community.
Hell
And
yeah,
this
man.
is not going to be
I'll
the
come
last.
back on the other one for the
For the business. We'll definitely have you on the business side, so we can talk about the paletas and all that stuff. This was more of truthfulness. And, I know that whatever you want to believe about this podcast, when it comes out in YouTube, and
I hope
it's
more
up to you,
people
man.
look into these things.
Yes. Do the research. Believe in what you want to believe. I'm not here to tell you what to not and want to believe, but you do your research and believe, and just have faith and live your life. Like, find yourself within you, your energy within you, and just go for it, man. You take the risk, take whatever you want. Don't stress out. Just feel good and great. And God is there with you, man. Whatever you want to believe of what God, He's always there with you, man. Trust me. We all go through a lot of shit. We all go through a lot of shit.
Yeah, we do.
But if we can unite and be united with each other and have that faith and that truthful energy, man, we're in a good place, man. No matter what the outside outcome that is coming in these years, you keep yourself good with God and yourself and your spirit within, you're blessed, man. Thank you for being in the power of community, and amen to that. Bless.
Right. See
Peace
y'all.
out.